Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Liam Rose. I'm an author, mentor, life coach, motivational speaker, evangelist, musician, and activist. Today, we're going to be recording the third track for my brand new album called Jehovah, Jesus Christ, and Buddha. This track is very important for the album because basically this track is to talk about Buddha. Buddha is a name of an enlightened human being, and Siddhartha Gautama was the Buddha in 2,600 years ago, and the Buddha basically teaches the Dharma to humanity to help humanity become free from suffering, pain, and adversity. So the Buddha became awakened to the truth of reality, and now we have the Buddhist religion and the Buddhist tradition that is basically spread across India, Europe, Asia, and all the countries around the world. So the Buddhist religion came from Siddhartha Gautama, who's the founder of the Buddhist tradition, and his motivation and inspiration was to basically help humanity become free from suffering. And obviously, in the Buddhist tradition, we can see that suffering was a core point of what the Buddha was trying to teach. And when the Buddha really achieved spiritual enlightenment through the Bodhi tree, he then became awakened to the truth of reality. So now that we have the Buddhist religion and the Dharma, we can see what the Buddha was teaching and sharing to us through his scriptures and through his messages and through his teachings. So in this track, because it's so important in the album of Jesus Christ, well, Jehovah, Jesus Christ, and Buddha, I want to make sure that I create this track to the best of my ability. And this album is a very, very spiritual album. I want to do this track as best as I can, and because it's for the Jehovah, Jesus Christ, and Buddha album, I want to make sure I produce it to the best of my abilities and just try and, create something that, will honor Siddhartha Gautama, the Buddha, for obviously giving us the Dharma in reality and helping us with the Buddhist religion and Buddhist tradition. So in this track, for the third track of the album, we're going to produce an intro, verse, and an outro. So normally do the intro first, then the verse, and then the outro. So let's begin. First with the intro. We're just going to create the melody now. So we've done the intros, we're going to add it to the playlist. So next we're going to do the verse drums. done the verse drums, so we're gonna add it onto the playlist. I'm gonna do the verse drums up to 64. So I'm just gonna make sure I do it to 64 so we can add in the melody next. Okay, so next we're gonna do the melody for the verse. So I'm going to make the melody quite longer, so I'm just going to make it up to 10 bars. So let's just do that. I'm just adding the notes. Normally you have to add in the notes first before it can like bring it into a longer bar. So we're going to try and make it 10. So I'm just going to bring it more closer. So we're going to add more into the melody now. So just going to make some longer notes. Let's play it. Okay, so we added the melody. So what we're going to do now, we're going to add on to the playlist. Okay, so next we're going to do the verse bass. So normally I highlight the notes from the melody into the pattern, and then I'm just going to add in the bass notes. I'm going to cut the bass notes, then I'm going to add it into its own pattern, and then I'm going to save what we've done so far and lower the bass. I'm going to add the bass onto playlist now. So next we're going to do the verse piano. So I'm going to add piano notes into the verse. So normally I go to the melody and then I add the piano notes onto the melody and then I cut it. So let's just do that. So I'm just going to get the notes. Let's just play the melody. Just adding in the piano notes. Just adding in the piano notes. Okay, so I'm gonna cut the piano notes, and then I'm gonna add it into its own pattern, and I'm gonna load the piano notes. So I'm just gonna cut it now. Then I'm gonna load the piano notes onto just lower the piano notes. So I'm just gonna lower it. I'm gonna add the piano notes into melody. Sorry, onto the verse. Sorry, not the melody. Sorry, the verse. Sorry. So basically, we've done the intro. We've done the verse so far. So the verse has the drums, the melody, the bass, and the piano. So next I'm going to do the outro. For the outro, I'm going to do a drums, and I'm going to do a melody as well. We're just adding in the drums. So we've just done the outro, so we're going to add it onto the playlist now. Okay. So we've done the verse, the intro, and the outro. So we've basically done the beat now. So next we're going to add in the vocals. So I'm going to add in first the Buddha vocal for the track 3. So let's add it in. So 1, 2. I normally count 3 bars in between before I add in the vocal as well. That's what I normally do. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to count the bars as I go along. 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. So just counting along as I'm going along, just adding the vocals. The reason why I started to add vocals into my beats was because it gave a bit more energy to the beats. So I always add voice tag vocals into it. So it's something I've been doing for a long time now for each beat I produce. So I'm going to add in the next vocal, which is Spiritual Change, just before. And just add in the Spiritual Change vocal just before. Okay, so next we're going to add in the third vocal, which is My Life's Like a Story. This is something that I add into all my beats as well. So it's a vocal that I've only recently started to add. And I tried to add it in all my beats as well. So I'm just going to add it into the track. So any space that I can see, I'm just going to add it. And normally what I always say when you produce beats is that you need to make sure you space out the vocals. So never have it on the same line. Always put it on a different part of the grid. So that's why you can see I'm not doing it on the same specific line. So I'm always trying to space it out. So
Buddha. My life is like a story. Spiritual change.
So we've done the beat now. So we've done an intro, a verse, and then an outro. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the track. So first let's play the intro first.
My life is like a story. Spiritual change. Buddha. My life is like a story. Spiritual change.
Okay, let's play the verse.
My life is like a story. Spiritual change. Buddha. My life is like a story. Spiritual change. Buddha. My life is like a story. Spiritual change.
Okay, let's play the outro now.
My life is like a story. Spiritual change. Buddha. My life is like a story.
Okay, so the beat is done now. We've created the beat. So what we're going to do, we're going to save the track. So normally I save the project file and I save the MP3 file. And then I normally save the zip files and the project sounds after. So let's first save the project file first. So just going to save it. I've already created a file for it already. So just the Buddha track for Jehovah, Jesus Christ and Buddha album. So I'm just going to save it in the project file itself. So I've saved the project file, it's been saved. So next we're going to save the MP3 file. So I've already created a folder for the album already. So yeah, so I'm just going to save the MP3 file now. And that's the end of the tutorial, so thank you for watching. Thanks.